What's up, gamers? How's it going? How's everyone doing? What's up, Oshik? A Psycho. Saying Twitch looks weird now? It looks normal for me on my, like, creator dashboard. Let me actually, go to twitch.tv. Creator dashboard. It looks the exact same for me. What's, weird about it? Maybe they're just doing slow rollouts. That's always what happens with big tech companies. They don't ever do it all at once. Yeah, I don't know. It just looks pretty normal to me. Title and tags at the top. It looks pretty normal. Is this, I mean, this is what I'm seeing. Yeah, I don't have the title and tags at the top. It's still right here for me. Yeah, let me check this because I'm curious to see. Whoa. That is weird. It's at the top. It's at the top. Shut up, me. Yeah, I don't like that. That's a little cursed. Yeah. Yeah, that's really weird. Quite odd. Okay, well, today is time. It's time to bug fix. There's a couple weird little bugs I've noticed. There's actually 2 bugs reported on the Steam forums. So there was crash with loading point that save. I believe that this is the same issue you were having, Oshik. With this memory stuff. I think it has to do with the minimap. But we'll double check on that. And then this lag on the second floor, I actually did notice this. And I was wondering what the heck is going on. So, because you can see it just like stops for a second. I don't know. It specifically happens in this dungeon. I think it might have to do with these guys spawning in the little guys. I don't know what's being so laggy with that. So we're gonna load in, try and fix some things. Can't load up big flat. It's okay. We'll get it fixed. I think it is just a mini-map issue. I did fix it. Like if I go back and load up a really old save, like early access mode, or actually let's load up big flat. I believe it works now. I think it was just the mini-map was essentially what was happening. You can see it loaded up. So we're good. So yeah, I think what was happening was this. Let me draw just a big. So when we're about to load the world, this is like, say, okay, the player is here and we're ready to go. And then back here is like the world generation, right? Let's go, cheese time. So I think what happened is that there's this info that's stored in the Aether. It has like the seed, you know, it's got the big issue was the world's size, like how big is the world. And so this info is supposed to happen here because this needs to know this stuff. But it was actually getting set like after the world generated, and so it was just what happened was that the map size was set to something, and then if your world was too small it would just do that, but if your world was too big it would try and draw pixels outside of the image, which obviously is a big problem. So I think I've fixed it. Seems like the mini maps are normal now, so hopefully we're fine. You guys are doomed. All right, no, that was just what she said. But yeah, it seems like we're fine now. I don't know what was going on, but I might also just add in a hard-coded check to make sure that before it draws a pixel, it's within the bounds. Because if that ever does happen, that's a big issue, right? So let's do that. So wherever we draw. I didn't release a hotfix quite yet because there's some other bugs I want to fix really quick. But I will be releasing that probably on stream today. So update map should always be fine. I think the one that could potentially be an issue is draw building. So what we have to say here is just check if the coordinates are okay. So actually floor those. So that's like if building reference. I'm just having to check. I'm actually just gonna do this. I'm gonna immediately first get the chord, and then actually I need to know the region stuff, so it's fine, do it here. So I'm gonna say if these chords down here, wait, if chord X is less than map size. Oh wait, we do actually have a check for it. Never mind. Okay, yeah, we should be fine now that we have that all set up. So, okay, we're good. So that's one issue fixed. The other issue is the big lag in the second dungeon. I don't know why that's it's so bad. So we're gonna go load up my regular old save and take a closer look at that.
Living space, but the creepers came and blew up my house.
Yeah, it's like a weird lag, you know, it's not the normal, it's not just like a resource spawning in the background, it's like something's really lagging up a storm. So we're gonna open the profiler and take a look at that once we get to the second dungeon. I mean, there's still some lag I want to make better with this like kind of background stuttering with the resources spawning in the other worlds, you know, but that's not the lag I'm talking about. You guys will see it's a different form of lag, it appears. Oh Go this way. Probably not this way. You never know. Nope. Just some epic loot. Let's go back. Must be down here then. Must be to the right. No. My weapon sucks. I need to replace that with a Schrommel, my nuclear waste. I don't know why I put nuclear waste in there. I was just messing around. Okay, that's a chance shrine. Alrighty. Let's freaking kill this guy. Yeah, he's freaking dead. Okay. Radiation maxing, yeah, dude. So let's go down to this dungeon. So I am going to start profiling. Now, I have an inkling it might be due to the diadematises. Because they have this function that starts spawn. They should spawn 4 enemies. So it's these guys. And they're pretty simple. But I don't know, maybe it's something, maybe something's not right. I should have them in the... what is that table called? The caching table. Which I do. So... I don't know. We'll see. I saw some weird stuff with, like, decoration. I don't know if that's the case, but... Let's, set that to self. Come on. And let's go try it out. So this room is... Okay, I'm getting a little bit of lag. Is it just them spawning stuff? It seems like it is. Let's go into a room with more of these guys. I don't know why it's so laggy with them being instantiated. I'm not really sure what the issue is there. Alright, well we had a couple there, so let's clear out the room and then take a gander. Stop. So it looks like it's like right there. Let's create resources. So what lagged here? Physics 2D definitely had a little stutter. Whoa, but that's at 73 milliseconds. So obviously something happened here. But it doesn't say anything. So that's a little weird. I don't know, this is why it's so hard to figure out this issue. Okay, this room's got a lot. Let's start. I think it's decorations and stuff. So for these guys to spawn in. I mean, there's definitely a lag spike, so I'm assuming that's probably what it is. Just the diadematises. We'll just let them do it a couple times. Alright. And we can see the moments where it happens. So enemy.process. Just go here. I don't know, that's the thing, it's like not actually that laggy. Item preview, why is that so slow? I died. Player process. None of this stuff is that bad. But obviously there's a big spike here, so it's not the scripts, it's like something else. The audio thread ramps up a tiny bit, but it's not that much. I mean, the physics slightly, but it's not anything weird, you know? I don't know. There's a weird issue. I don't know. This is definitely odd. It doesn't seem like there's really a super obvious reason. I mean, yeah, obviously it ramps up a tiny bit, but it's not anything out of the ordinary. I remember my friend who tried Godot and went back to Game Maker Studio and wants to make a 3D game. So he'll try Godot again. Oh yeah. Nice. How's it going this time around? Why is item preview ramping up? That's a little weird. I mean, what's happening in here? It just says item preview.process. Which is a little odd. I don't know why it would be just randomly doing 9 milliseconds. I'm doing reset last ID and reset cursor a lot. That could be the issue. Definitely some weird stuff, though. I don't know what's going on here. Well, since self, what if I do inclusive? I wonder if it'll reveal anything. Player process. I really doubt that's the issue. I don't know, it just doesn't seem right. It seems like the performance is way worse than what's being shown on here. Like, it makes sense for when resources spawn in and stuff, because you see like an obvious, like, you know, right here, like 100 and big old 30 millisecond processes, right? And so it's like, oh, well, obviously the resources is what that lag spike is from. It's not anything out of the ordinary. But for some reason with the dungeon stuff, it's just some wacky business going on. I don't know what's happening. I mean, I'll just do everything that I can. I really don't know why item preview would ramp up. I wonder if it's not actually that slow, but it's just because just a random, like, everything else got really slow, and so for some reason that slowed down. I really have no idea. Looks like the B script is kind of, could be better. I don't know, I do want to spend some time to optimize today. And hopefully that'll kind of fix some of these weird lag issues. But like, I've noticed the player process will really start to ramp up randomly. I don't know why. But maybe that's something we can take a look at. What else do we have here? Word out process. It's just kind of the usual. Is it the audio thread that ramped up here? It's definitely partially. Physics. I don't know. See, it's like, why does that ramp up there? Nothing really happens. Here, player process randomly, like, really shoots up. Same with item preview. So I think there is something weird with the player that is not good. I wish I could figure out exactly what. You know, that would be very helpful. But I just don't know. It might be like when I'm Let's see if we can try and replicate that. Maybe it's when my weapon... Is that what's happening? Oh, whoa. Seems like that might be it. Honestly, it's probably just because the weapon effect, but it would be in tool action, so why is it the process event that's so slow, right? This is gonna be a tricky one to figure out. Anyways, let me read your message. The game is based on a dreamy ad. It's a first person, and close to the end, it's a Doom-like shooter, but only with a bow, and the bow is so big that you need to angle it to pass through doors. More like a nightmare. Yeah. That's interesting. Dream games are always epic. That one's just resource spawning. But why is the player process there all the way up to 36 milliseconds? That doesn't make any sense. Let's this is gonna suck, but let's take a look through all this code. There's a lot of stuff in here I'd like to swap over. Like that can be main sprite. And stuff like that. It's usually not a big deal for this stuff just because here, let's do this. Search anywhere I say main sprite with a space. Okay, we got all of that, I guess. Or just main sprite dot. 16 matches for those. You can swap that out to main sprite. That's just a one tiny fix that we can oop. Gotta replace the main sprite dot. Just to make it a little bit faster. Well, I should be good to replace all these, I think. Just make sure. I really don't want to break the player script. Yeah, let's replace all. I'm gonna slowly start trying to optimize this script. We really need to try and remove some code here, probably. There's just too much going on. Really, these events and stuff aren't any issues, like these one-time things. It's specifically in the process event is what I'd like to clear out a little bit. And also with the attacking, I really don't know why that would be, like, lagging. But it seems like every time I hit, there's like a little minor spike. So I assume it's something to do with attacking. I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe it's not that, because it doesn't seem like it is now. I don't know. Well, we'll just keep working on optimizing whatever way we can. And hopefully we try and figure out some cause of this stuff. Also, what's up, Cool 10? How's it going? Let's get rid of some of these unnecessary comments. Alright, so that's all the weapon stuff. I believe this is the process event. I know it's enormous. Most of it's really hyper conditional though, you know, it's not ever being ran most of the time. So this is checking like I guess a couple things. That's specifically if it's the server. I'll just leave a note that's like server code. That's like setting up all the death stuff. It does death initiate. And does the timeout. I definitely want to swap more of this stuff over to signals, right? Mining served up global position. Some of this stuff definitely needs to stay in the process event. Some of this stuff I could probably move over into, they're on like a function that I could pass in my own variables so they're not so slow. If I did also break this stuff up into different functions, it would be easier for me to make this run faster. I kind of started to do that recently with this check artifact and check floor script. It's just kind of breaking up this stuff into other scripts, right? Which is better for performance. In dungeon is equal to global that is in dungeon. I mean, that's fine, I guess. Controller active stuff. There's just so much to go through, you know. Could probably move this stuff into its own function, right? Yeah, let's move it into check boss music. We'll slowly make this run better, one function at a time. Weapon delay stuff. Yeah, this is just all the this is like the interaction stuff. So this is closing a menu. This is chat stuff. That's getting the FPS, which I guess is, you know, fine to do every frame. That's just sort of the debug label stuff. Instead of how this is, I could probably do a formatted string. It'd probably be just a little bit better. Let's do that maybe. So just need a couple things, multiplayer ID. And then what we can do is just this and say 0. Like that. It's just better that way. Then add a new line. Didn't copy for some reason. Copy. And we have to add another slash, I believe. Unless it's just that this is in the way. Yeah, I guess that works. Oh yeah, and then world seed. Controller. I don't know if this is actually faster, but you know. In position. See, now we can just pass these in as variables, right? So we can say dot format, make that an array, and then we can just pass in, like, you know, name, global generation info.seed. I think when it's in this format, we don't even need to convert it into a string. I think we can just do it as a number, like that, I hope. We'll try that out. Let's see if it's working. Why is there... Oh, it's because there's tabs. So... Oh, and I guess these already count as new lines, so we just have to go, like... I guess I don't really like that. I wish there was a better way to do a multi-line string. Oh well, we'll just do it in one line, I guess. Like this. It's a little yucky, but whatever. Let's try that. There we go. Okay, let's keep going down the line. message, accessing inventory stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be a whole lot of work to do all this stuff, right? This is definitely gonna have to be kind of slow in the background kind of thing. I could probably move all the hotbar stuff into one function. Like all of these hotbar things and like the scrolling and all that stuff, right? I can move this down next to here, right? What do you mean found indent? Oh. Did I screw that up? It was up here next to start chat stuff. It's got to be a part of if can interact and not cutscene lock. Is that what it is? Yeah. Alright, so this will do all of the hotbar stuff. So I'll just say if can interact and not. What was it? Cutscene lock? Yeah. I'll just check and not UI open. I think it's actually better to do these if statements like this, because if this one is false, it doesn't check any of the others. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh well. But it's fine. So it's setting overlay stuff. Okay, so we can move all of this into its own function. This is just like hotbar processing stuff, right? And what is this a part of? The mouse and window. I think this is just whatever. I'm just gonna make a process hotbar script. And throw it down here. Okay. Now that's the only issue, is that we don't have this UI open stuff. Which honestly, I don't know why UI open isn't like a global variable here. I'll just do that, and then at the top set UI open. Okay. There's gonna be a whole lot of these to do. It'll take forever. We could probably move all this stuff into its own function. There's quite a lot of things here, isn't there, though? Jeez Louise. Yeah, there's gotta be ways I can make this better. I mean, we're slowly getting there with multiple functions. It will be better. You guys will see. Might not seem like it, but... It means now when I, like, run this performance, like when I run the profiler, for example, I can, see the separate functions. So player.process, but I can also see, like, you know, process hotbars and stuff like that, right? So, it's just gonna let me actually find what's the laggiest thing in the player. Right. Albeit it's a monumental effort, but it'll be worth it. I would like to keep going with that one signal that I set up in the inventory component, because that is one thing that could really speed things up. It's the one where, like on the add item and stuff, we send the signal for inventory changed. So I would like to integrate that even more. Check slot filter. Just trying to see if there's any that's get item. I don't even know where I use get item. Let's use it somewhere. Check item. Word for living creature not specified. Entity. A being. A I don't know what else could work for that. Oh yeah, we subtract them out. Okay, so we want to do that one as the final one. Living creature. Well, like another word for living creature could work for that. I don't know. Translating my friend's description of the dream. I can tell in the Discord if you want. Sure, yeah. I'll take a look. So if we get to here, we say it's not less than that. Okay. Yeah, I should be fine for that emit. So yeah, if I have all these signals set up in the inventories, then that means excuse me, I can just like for example in the mover, I don't have to update the filters every single frame. I can just connect it up to this inventory change signal, and then we're freaking good to go, you know. So if this returns false, then that means it couldn't do it, which means we don't return inventory changed. So yeah, like those ones is just checking stuff. You don't really have to submit anything. I guess really just wherever it says return, that's where we're gonna put a signal. So yeah. So like that one doesn't have a return signal. So we're just gonna not even bother with it. So like, I don't think that one can run through and not work. So that's if check item. Yeah. I think we're all good there. I don't see any other spots in here that could be an issue, which is good. Remove amount is signaled up. So I think we're good to go. Cool. So, back to the mover. What we can do, which would be way better, is just hook up this update filters thing. So that's try pull. Yeah, where do we update our filters? Looks like it's only on try pull. Do we not do it when we try push? You'll have to see how this changes performance, right? I'm just gonna sit here in this world for a second and just let this profiler run and see how the mover processes, so we have a benchmark to compare. We'll do inclusive. So mover process is hanging around like 3 to 4. It looks like. So if we're better than that, then we'll be on track. So instead of updating filters here, now this could cause potential issues, but I'm just gonna hope that it doesn't. Right? Because technically it could change before we put it in. I don't know, it'll probably be okay. So in physics process, whenever we find a new thing, and we're gonna say obj out is that, and then we're just gonna say obj out in dot inventory changed dot connect update filters. And then same with obj. Actually, no, we don't need it for obj in, just obj out. So yeah, I'm hoping that works. We will see. Yeah, I really don't know if this is gonna work. We'll see. Well, let's give it a try. Let's reload this save. I'm worried to see what happens here. Man. So like on cases like this, none of these are going to be updating, these movers here. I honestly don't know if this is going to work. It's going to be difficult. We're going to have to set up really specific cases where this happens. The biggest one I could think of is when we have a chest going into something with a recipe. So like here, see, this is the issue. It's moving copper wire in. Right, but it's not supposed to. I'm just out of curiosity, how is the performance? Just want to see if it's actually any better or what. Does not seem to be any better at all. Okay. So why? Mover.update filters is just still pretty slow. Well, that sucks. Well, it might not actually work after all. Because it seems like even with the signals, it really doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to optimize these things. I'll keep trying. Sent it? Alright, let me read through this. I don't know if you want me to like publicly read this on the stream. I'm just kind of silently reading. Interesting. Yeah, could be an interesting game. The only thing with dream games, or that dreams don't make any sense. Dreams don't really have any kind of moral or anything of the story, right? So, the only issue that could be with something like that is just it might feel very random. But it could be cool. But yeah, hopefully the 3D stuff works out. Alright, well, I don't know how I'm gonna optimize these freaking movers then. Seems like my one plan for optimization didn't actually make it any faster. It almost seems like it almost made it slower, which is sad. So yeah. That kind of sucks. Maybe in the mover process we could optimize that stuff. I guess, like, there's some cases here where, like, this I don't necessarily have to, well, that doesn't really work. Just trying to think of ways to make this run better, you know? It has to set the angle. Man, I don't know. This is really tricky. I don't know how I'm gonna optimize these. To optimize movers, I'm probably gonna have to do a complete rework of their behavior, which is gonna suck. I mean, I did it with conveyors, but that was honestly a much simpler problem, if I'm being honest. You know, because with the conveyors, it's really simple behavior. It's try and push an item. If you can't push an item, don't. And so it's kind of easier to optimize conveyors. Movers are not easy to optimize. Because we have to be able to filter stuff. And it has to be able to check the entire inventory and see if it can add an item. The only thing I could think of that would improve performance is trying to improve the inventory component scripts. Maybe statically typing everything, especially like check item. I really don't think it would make any meaningful difference, honestly. So, but we can try. Or I guess this is really just a packed string array, right? Yeah, I don't know. It's just hard because that's like pretty much all we can do. I mean, we could statically type more stuff up here, you know. Like blacklist, we could statically type to a bool. So Gore, thank you for the follow. You know, can rename, turn that into a bool. A lot of these are going to be bools. Oops. Initial resize. Anything that's a bool. But I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference. It never does. Now, inventory data, that's going to be something I'm going to have to change. Display override, we'll just statically type that as a string. It should just know that it's a string. So I really don't think it's going to make that big of a performance difference, but we'll try. Can take... can I just do array bool like that? I might be like destroying all of my buildings right now in the game, but and slot amounts is gonna be array int. Oops. There we go. Slot filters, that is a packed string array. See, this is the problem. Not everything here can feasibly be typed, but that's fine. Because stuff like slot amounts, it might have multiple amounts depending on... Yeah, this is the issue, because slot amounts can have, I think, multiple amounts per slot. So I can't do an integer array on that. It just has to be array. Now this stuff that like has only one slot, that's fine. But some of the stuff I have to be careful, because I don't want to screw things up here. Now inventory data will always be an array with a dictionary. So the friend play, what's up? Welcome in. We're working on Starground. This is also, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. This is my game I've been working on for quite a while. It's been about a year now, actually. We're currently just trying to squeeze some more performance out of the inventory components and stuff here, so... Oh, you can't assign it as null because it's a dictionary. Yeah, see, this is what I worry about with this stuff. Is like, I can't really statically type all this stuff. I mean, I can at least type it as an array, but that's pretty much it. I mean, I guess I can type its output. Like a remove amount, that's going to return a bool. Get count will return a int. Subtract amount will just return void. Check items bool. Find item will return an array, I suppose. Get item is going to return a... I can also return null, though. That's the thing. Because it's going to scream, I can't return null. So it's... Yeah, that's annoying. Set item returns void. Add to index. Returns a bool. A bool. Add item is going to be a bool. Not all code paths return a value. Okay, now we gotta figure out where. Is it because this just does that? Yeah, I guess so. What if I do that? It should be fine. Okay. I really don't think that's going to make any meaningful difference on performance, statically typing that, but you never know. We can go ahead and restart the game. We're unfortunately not accepting any new members right now, but I'll let you know if that ever changes. Okay. See if there's any kind of performance difference. I should have been checking FPS and stuff, but I didn't. It'll be okay. I think we're hanging around 40 though, and it looks like we still are. But I'll actually check the performance of that stuff right now. Nah, none of this stuff is faster. Maybe some of these inventory functions are slightly faster, I think. But that seems to be it. What is this process? That's the B process. It's B building process. So that's pretty minimal compared to, you know, our top guys, the movers and the player and stuff. It's crazy that the player is slower than every single crafter building in this world right now. You know, all these crafters and the player is still slower. It just kind of, I guess, goes to show how slow the player script is. Because that also includes the refiners and includes the grinder and the purifier and the foundry and all this stuff is slower, which is good that this stuff is so fast, but bad that the player is so slow. So I don't know. I guess I'll keep trying to work on this player script. Doing inclusive is going to be better. We can see the difference between inclusive and... So on the player self is 0.41, and then inclusive is 0.64. So we are slowly breaking out some of the laggy stuff into their own functions. So I mean, what we're doing is working, right? See, like you can see player.process hotbar now is down here in its own function. So obviously the hotbar stuff is not what's lagging the player script. So we can slowly kind of start to make this stuff better. So let's dive back into the process. See if there's other stuff we can do here. Could move all the server code stuff into its own thing. Item mine check. Yeah, why not? Process server checks. Do that, put all that stuff in there. Okay. Position equals position. Just seeing if there's any stuff in here that doesn't need to be on the old players. I mean, that stuff's fine. Prepare offset, I don't think I use that anymore. I guess maybe I do. Thought I just used the animation player, though. Well, I guess in the animation player, I just rotate, or I animate prepare offset, so... Well, maybe I... Let me check on that. So I'm pretty sure I have a animation player in here for the player attacks. Let me snooze that ad. So the weapon controller. So we have, yeah, we have swing back and swing forward. So where do we use this prepare offset? Let me just see. It's literally used in 2 places. Which means if we're not modifying prepare offset anywhere, then we might as well just set this to a static rotation. We don't need this to be a separate variable. So that's rotation plus pi divided by 2 plus negative pi divided by 4 times direction. And make sure I didn't screw everything up. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. That's the mining laser business. There's like the is mining stuff. Walking sounds. And then this is the big one, the multiplayer authority. That's the one that's like 90% of this script. I don't know why my throat's so messed up. Very dry. That's D-pad building offset stuff. Wonder if I could change this to just be like one thing. I probably can. I think you can do input dot like get. What is it called? I've done this before. Let me find the function. Is it get vector? I think it is. And then I can just say D-pad left. D-pad right. D-pad up is the negative Y, and then D-pad down. And then I can just say yeah, I don't know if this will work because I need to check if those values are proper. It has to be just pressed. Yeah, it doesn't really work. This is why it's so hard to optimize this stuff. I wish I could just see in here what's actually taking the longest. You know? It's just really annoying how I can't actually check that stuff. I wish I could. I guess all that stuff could probably be its own function, it looks like. And honestly, probably all the movement stuff could be its own function also. So yeah, all this stuff. Velocity offset, all this business in here. The rolling and moving and... So I'll just move that into func, process, movement. And I put an underscore there for some reason. Okay. Alright, that should be a little bit better. I have an inkling that this one might actually be a pretty big part. Let's see how that is. I mean, it shouldn't... ideally, it should be identical. Okay, yeah. And then now I can say in the debugger... let's see. Yeah, so really I don't think that was anything too laggy. But we're slowly eliminating things, right? Because now we know, like, okay, it's not really the movement script that's doing stuff. You know, we can start to eliminate what might actually be laggy, which is very good. There's a whole lot of interaction stuff in here that I'd like to consolidate. But easier said than done. It's changing held item. What is that actually? Oh, that's just saying if it's, yeah. That's canceling the current, closing the current inventory. That's build preview stuff. Yeah, I would love to consolidate all of this stupid inventory stuff. I mean, it's not stupid, but you get the idea. All this stuff that's like, has to do with like the inventory and all this business, right? So. So if we can interact false, if we're like in something that we're interacting with, like say we're in here and we're typing, can we not? So if I disabled the escape check, then that would mean that we can't get out of here. So yeah, it's just more cases that I have to check for stuff like that. Well, maybe we can slowly start to remove some of this insane stuff. Like this weapon stuff can be moved out. Like fuck process. Weapon. Speed modifier, that should really be in process movement. Okay, so process weapon. Why is this in here? Okay, weird. I'm gonna move this out into somewhere more convenient. I'll make sure I remember where this was at. So this was at this level. Just gonna get it out of the weapon stuff. Alright, so all this stuff is the weapon stuff, so we can take all this out. It also kind of includes mining, but I guess I kind of count mining as being a part of it. So I'm just gonna copy all this stuff and say process and paste it in there. Probably gonna get some errors, yeah. But that's to be expected. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of issues in here. First off, we need to pass in delta. Oh, that fixed everything. Okay. So it does all that stuff in one section now, which is better. Yeah, I'll just keep on the lookout for more weapon stuff, because there probably is. There's this combo timer thing, and I would like to move that out of process weapon. But it's easier said than done. I guess I'll just do that here. So I'll just add that. It's okay if we check this stuff multiple times, honestly. I really don't think that's gonna be laggy or anything. Okay. Yeah, I know this is boring stuff. We'll probably move to... Stuff is stupid and terrible without solution. Yeah, I still haven't. This is, I know, this is yucky. I mean, look at these random numbers. I know, it's terrible. Please don't judge me. It's that when you scale the window, I haven't been able to find, like, a nice, clean way of, keeping the camera in the spot it needs to be. Yeah, it's for, like, the UI scale stuff. I know it seems like, there should be a better way, right? But it just doesn't work. Yeah, I forget. UI scale correct. Where do I use that at? Yeah, I do it. It's just with camera stuff. It's with the zoom. So essentially what it is when you go wide, I want the camera to shrink vertically. And when you go thin, I want it to shrink horizontally. And so it means that your camera doesn't ever get screwed up where you like zoom out super tiny. And so this is my way of doing it. It's awful. It's very terrible. I know this is atrocious what I'm doing in here, but I have not been able to find any other way to do it. So it's gonna stay like that, I guess. Let's see if this has changed at all now with the weapon stuff being moved out. Seems like ever so slightly, but not really that much different. But it's good. We're chipping away. We're eliminating. That's what this is all about. So we know it's not weapon stuff, right? And we can slowly just start to find what is actually slow. I'm sure it's something in here. I don't think I do get node anymore in the process event. There's mouse and window stuff. So this is like object interaction, it looks like. Right? And I could probably move all that stuff out. It's fine to have some things in the process event, right? Okay, I'll just move that there. What is it? Oh. And then we'll go ahead and move, shouldn't matter if this is after. Process object interaction. Which is basically what this is, I think. Right, so this is all last hovered object, inventories, blah, blah, blah. If you middle click it, all that business. So yeah, object, highlight, and selection. Process. I guess this is specifically, no, it's object. Okay. Overlaps. Where do I get overlaps? Oh, that's like way up there. Wait, no, that's not where it is. Why do I do overlaps there? I mean, like, it doesn't make any sense. I'll just move it into here. Okay, the building stuff should be fine. Let me just make sure we're good here. Yeah. Made a sound for Starground screenshot. It sucks as a screenshot sound effect, but works for a scanner. Oh, yeah. What is it? You're welcome to send it to me. I can give it a listen. Alright, let's give this another check. Could have been object stuff that's slow. I doubt it, but you never know. So player process. That actually is quite a bit better. Let's be building that process. God, there's just so many scripts. Here we go. Scan. Yeah. That's a nice scan sound. I like it. Yeah, it probably wouldn't quite work as a screenshot, but could maybe with a little bit of modification. I am not seeing... Is it because I have to restart this? Probably. I'm probably just stupid. So, where is it? Player.process hotbar. Player.process. Or check item, try push. I don't even see it. Physics process, power network. Okay, well, I can't even... I guess it's not even that slow. So I don't know why breaking up stuff would make it faster. Maybe it's just the script is just too big. I don't know. It's kind of weird. So that's UI cancel stuff. Pausing and canceling. I've actually really shrunk this process a bit. I know it's still pretty big, but it's definitely better. Just gotta keep chipping away at it, I guess. Maybe if you put a 500% speed, yeah, maybe. What would be so slow in here? I'm just trying to, like... I don't know, man. I mean, it's gonna get to the point where almost everything is emptied out of here, you know, and it's just empty. So, like, what happens then? I don't know. Might just have too much stuff going on. Okay. Well, what else can we optimize? I just want to make the game run a little bit faster. Check items pretty much as fast as it can be, I think. I guess the bees are a little slow, but they're not that slow. It's only 0.2 milliseconds. Inventory check slot filter is kind of slow. Yeah, honestly, that one's pretty slow. Inventory check slot filter. I don't think we're going to be able to make it run any faster. With these kinds of algorithms, it's extremely difficult to make them better than they already are. I mean, it's not a very complicated function, right? It's just that it runs it so many times. 5% still sucks, yeah. Oh man. Why is it so slow? It's because it runs through each slot and it creates this little array, this for loop right here. So we could definitely creates a readable list for I and force filters. Why would I have to make a readable list of force filters? Oh, it's because they're items. Isn't it? Because it's I.id. Okay. So just getting an ID list. Can't imagine that would be very slow. I think it's just because it checks it so many times on check item. I do have early conditions to like return if things are, you know, good. Because I basically do check slot filter. If it's null, just immediately return true. Right? So if it's an array, man, I don't know. This is where it really starts to get hard. I feel like in the past it's been super easy to optimize things because I did bad code, but things now are not that bad anymore. And so it's starting to get way harder. I'm gonna have to come up with really creative solutions to this, these performance issues. I mean, this isn't especially bad. I mean, I can still play like this, but, you know, I'd like to make it run just a little bit better. At least so I could start getting like 60 FPS on OBS and stuff when I'm streaming. How's bug fixing going? It's okay. I definitely fixed some map issues, which is good, and I'll push that as a hot fix. I'm just trying to fix some weird little performance issues with the player and stuff. For some reason, there's like weird lag spikes with it occasionally. So I'm trying to see what I can do about that. Need an insight when to spawn. Oh, are you still doing that game? I thought you said that you weren't doing it anymore. Why is this so freaking slow, bro? Took a really long time to load this save. I wonder why. Auto tiling was 6 seconds, but that's not ridiculous. You can see how bad the lag spikes is on this map, though. Checking those viruses, and one's Gen P, and the other's some Opera thing. Oh, okay. So they're not actually that bad. God, this is unplayable. I presume you have all the research on this one. Yeah. Let's go ahead and research Tyria. I hope you have fuel cells. Yeah, this is your save. You do have a much bigger world than is supposed to exist. You have a 512 by 512 world. Okay, once the resources spawn in, it's not the worst. So I mean, technically you're a big cheater, but you know. It is. It's a 512 by 512 world. I checked in the, you can't do 512 by 512 worlds anymore. I think the maximum is 256. So. Nah, I changed the maximum at one point. You made this before I changed the maximum, and so it's bigger than it's technically supposed to be. I mean, it works fine. It doesn't actually technically cause any issues, but it's just the lag of the resource spawning because of how enormous the map is. So. Yeah, I might start looking into some, like, changing how the resources spawn. Like, maybe they only spawn next to collectors and stuff like that. It's not really exactly what I want, but, you know. If it makes it run better, then who cares? Maybe we'll look into that today a little bit. I don't know. Because it just sucks on maps like this. Like, I would love to be able to do enormous maps, but it just gets so slow. Like, I could just only spawn resources around players and collectors, you know? Because those are the only things that need resources around. And so, it would really help with just optimizing the resource spawning. I need iron. Then I need processors. I know I'm a cheater. I'm not a cheater, I'm an exploiter. That's fair. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Just want to get the Tyria research. I'm just really curious to see how enormous the Tyria map is, because this is a huge map. So it'll be kind of interesting. Because it spawns in a set number of ruins, which means that the ruins will actually be like, they'll be really spread out because of how big the map is. So it'll be interesting. You got a power or something? No, you have plenty. Also, why is this outputting wood, by the way? Oh, it's because your slots changed, right? Oh, we're almost there. Let's move these over. If I can do it, it's so slow. I think part of the lag, well, obviously the lag spikes are the resource spawning. But yeah. Also, yeah, anyways, inside I want to spawn the enemies. Definitely spawn them outside of the view of the player, obviously. I think, you could probably do some kind of system where it's like, oh, there's a powerhouse to the right. Oh, yeah. Looks like these ones are fine, actually. Oh, no, they aren't. Just gotta swap over the slots really quick. It's not too bad. Yeah, it's because I changed some slot stuff in the new update to make it more, to just make it better for dynamic inventory. So it's a little bit different now. But yeah, spawning the enemies, I think it would be good to do it kind of dynamically. So like, if you make a lot of noise, I think it should spawn in enemies when you make noise and stuff like that. Obviously, always out of view. But yeah. Oh my god. There's a big map. The big old Tyria map. No wonder the auto tiling takes so long, because on the edges of the map, it's insane. Just watch. We're going over. There's like 1 trillion tiles that I'm auto tiling. All these. I could see how that would be a little slow when your map is this enormous, so, I mean, that makes sense. Halloween, you'll update the texture pack? Yes, I will. And we'll probably do a Christmas texture pack too. I better get started on that though, I guess. I want a break though. I don't know. I'll think about that. we'll see with that. God, this is such a big map. I mean, look how crazy this is, dude. All these tiles. Oh, I can see the edge of the tiles down there. It's kind of funny. But it's okay, because it's just the edge, so it's actually okay. Yeah, I would love to do like a Christmas event thing. But, it's so hard to squeeze stuff in like that when I'm the only programmer, right? Because it's like, I'm gonna have to really pump out some hard work. I don't know, I don't even know what the Christmas event would be yet, you know, that's the other part of it, really. I'm not sure. I'll have to think about it. Oh, an event in Discord? Yeah. We could maybe do that. What would it be about? Like... Yeah, this is so slow. It's just all this resource spawning, man. You can see the enormous lag spikes. I really wish I could make this run better. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Great resource node is definitely part of it in the multiplayer script. But I can't seem to make it run any better. What did I just screw up? What? Oh. So creating a resource node just does like a physics check, and then it just loads in the scene and adds it. So it's not really that complicated. But man, it is yeah. Hey, thank you for the hydrate. How's it going? How's it going? Welcome in. Man, tired. I didn't get that much sleep last night. Whenever I have to stream the next day, I never get that much sleep. I don't know why. It's just all the ready events, man. Ugh. Sitting for exam tomorrow? Okay. Best of luck on that. What is it for? Is it computer science stuff? Object resource done ready. Software quality assurance. Okay, interesting. I never did any quality assurance stuff when I went to school. What if I just got rid of this? Honestly, just out of sheer curiosity, like, would it fix the issues? Because right now we're running at like 487 for the ready event on these. I mean, like, how big of a difference does this make, I guess, right? Great resource node. Well, I mean, it definitely does improve performance of these resource spawning. I mean, you can see the lag spikes are more bearable. Not good. Still pretty bad. But I need that stuff. I don't know, maybe there's another method we could go about resources. I mean, I'm fine branching it off into a different kind of resource. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a node. But I don't know, it's hard to like think about what that would be. Right. I don't know. Because if I can make it like, if I can make the resource nodes more of a, like they're not actually there, I guess, or something like that, and it just like looks like they are. I don't know, I'm trying to think of ways that I could do that. Like, I do like a custom draw function, and I only draw the ones that are within the range of a player or a collector, or actually just in the range of the player. But then the other part of it is the inventory dropping stuff. That's not that easy. So I don't know. We really do lose out on a lot of like customizability with that, though. Because like, if the nice thing about having nodes is we can access the breakable stuff, and like it all kind of just works, right? But if we change that whole system to now be not a node, that gets really complicated. I mean, it'd be nice because what I could do is like, I don't have to load anything. There's no ready event, right? Nothing like that. And so it means that I could have these resources exist and basically have 0 performance overhead. But it's really complicated because I have to make it somehow look the same, you know, as being a real resource node. Be freaking epic though. I could just like set random coordinates in a big array. I don't actually have to have those nodes exist. And then I could just say, if, you know, the camera, if this node is within, or this coordinate is within the camera, then draw it. And it'll look like it's there. I don't know. We could try it, just for fun. It's gonna be bad. It's not gonna work very well, I imagine. But you never know. I guess what I'm gonna do is just completely comment that function out and make a new one. And then we're gonna have bar resource chords. Resource positions. And that'll actually be a dictionary, and it's gonna have the 2 regions, right? Region of Viridian. We'll have that. Starground region. Turia. We'll have an empty array. And then what I can say in here is I just like, on create resources, I do kind of a similar thing. Where I get like the random coordinate and stuff, right? Map chord and random chord, all that stuff. Uncomment it. So I don't have map data. We need to do that. I don't know, this probably won't work, but I'm just I'm really wanting to make this work, you know, right now. And then honestly what I can say is just if that is less than that stuff, then do it. Otherwise don't even bother. And what's great about this, I don't have to actually check the group. I can just say if resource positions.get region id.size is less than that. So we need map size factor. And factor is not declared. Okay, so that'll basically just start creating a bunch of random coordinates. So what we could do is I guess we could also assign some extra stuff to these resources. Resource positions, yeah, it's gonna be... I'll rename this to resource data. Oops. And then what I can say is... So we'll go ahead and do this. So... resource data.get region ID dot push back, and then this will be our dictionary of info, right? And then we can just say type, or honestly we'll just have ID position. That's literally the only things we need. So ID is just going to be Starground rock for now. I might make a new data type like this. And then position is just going to be your rand chord. So that would work. And then we'd have to have another thing in like the process event. For actually rendering these things and stuff, right? Let's go find the resource spawning right here. Actually, we'll leave that. And then I just need another thing that's like, you know, process resources. So where would that be in? I'll just say it in here. Process resources. I'll just throw it in here somewhere. This function process resources. Yeah, I have no idea if this is gonna really work out, but I'm really curious to see. I would love if it did. Right now. It would require a lot of work. We'd have to change how the bees work and stuff. Which is not going to be an easy process, I'm not going to lie. But it would be good. So in process resources, we could also say draw or whatever. I don't remember the draw function. Oh, is it because it's not a 2D node? It's not. We need to make a new node then, inside of world, probably. So that'll just be a node 2D and call it resource drawer. And then function draw. You can say like draw sprite. I don't remember the draw functions. Let me look. I think you can just draw a sprite, or draw a texture. Draw animation slice, draw character, draw into animation, draw mesh. Draw primitive, draw string, draw texture, yeah. That is what I want. So how often does draw happen? Q redraw. Draw positions will be that. Then I can say for I and draw positions. I'm just gonna do this as a test, so we're gonna do the image. So load, res, sprites, rock. And then we need a position. Why does it always do that? I. For now, I'll just set this to constantly redraw. So I'll just say Q redraw. This probably isn't gonna work. I don't know. But it would be lovely if it did. It would be enormous on performance saving. Because resources are relatively simple. They don't need a lot of processing. Because really it's just a matter of, is it there or not? So if I could completely remove it being a node, that would be pretty awesome. So and then down in create world. Right, we add the world. And then I'm going to go ahead and say resource drawer is world.get node resource drawer. And then let's go back to create resources. So that's just going to keep adding it back to our resource data. And then in process resources, for now, I'm just going to go ahead and say resource drawer dot draw positions is equal to global dot get, or let's see, if global dot player, or if global dot active player, then draw positions will be, or actually no, we just do this. I'll do all this garbage. Draw positions will be our resource data dot get global dot current position, or current region, I mean. Current region ID. Okay. Let's see what this does. Another massive benefit to this also is that if you're not inside of a region that needs the resources drawn, it just doesn't do it. So say you're inside of the space hub, it doesn't have to process anything. It doesn't have to play the animations and all that business. It just is either there or isn't. Right? It's either a bee has broken it or it hasn't it. Or, you know, so it's like we can make it so much faster if we could just get this working. Now, the depth ordering stuff might be a little bit of a hassle. We'll see about that. Right? Because it's we're going to have to figure out how to do depth ordering. Since that we don't it's not like individual nodes. So what it should do theoretically is just start drawing rocks everywhere. I don't know if that's actually going to work, but... what is this? Oh, draw positions is dictionaries, so I just say I dot position. Let's retry that. So let's walk around. Do we see any rocks? I do see them drawing. Right, like there's... Wait, no. But that one. Right, that's just an image. So these other rocks and nodes will disappear. I'm just kind of waiting for all these ones to come in. Seems like my game is running really bad, though. This is why I'm like testing this before I actually try. The draw event is really slow, like incredibly slow. So I think what I need to do is just, before I actually draw anything in here, I need to make sure it's within the camera of the player. I'm not sure how I can check that. I know there's the camera class. There's probably like a function in here that checks if a position is within. Let me look this up. Come on, load it. Okay. It's very slow right now. Okay, this is too old. That was 9 years ago. Yeah, I mean, I know we can use visibility notifiers, but that doesn't really work. God, shut up, Grum. That could maybe work. I don't know, maybe the visibility notifier does have a thing for that. I really don't know. Let's see. Well, it's really just screen entered or screen exited. I could move its position around, but that's terrible. Does just checking the viewport position like work? Well, we'll try that. I mean, right, if I dot position is greater than get root dot size. I don't know if that's gonna work, but we'll see. Nope. I guess this is a vector 2i. Cast that back into a vector. This probably definitely will not work, but let's see. Yeah, I'm not seeing any rocks now. Yeah, what's up, Seku? No, I have not seen it. I didn't know there's a new trailer out. Is it good? Well, I'm sure it's epic. Yeah, I've seen no resource nodes, so I don't know. I don't think that if statement worked. God, if this worked though, imagine the performance saving. It would be enormous. I guess I could just check if the position is like... We'll do this as just a temporary check. Distance to global.active player is less than 512 or something. What now? Oh. Okay, so we can see the rocks drawing, but it really tanks my performance. You know, so it doesn't really work. And maybe we just need to set the radius smaller. But that's like a really small radius, so we're gonna see it like it's gonna be a circle around the player, which doesn't look very good. And even then, that's still drawing super slow. I mean, it's like crazy how laggy it is. Draws like almost 8 milliseconds. So that kind of freaking sucks. Maybe it's just because it's redrawing every single frame. I don't know. But if I go to the multiplayer setup, I could change that so it doesn't do that. I could say only do it when you actually create resources, right? And then I'll just say, you know, resource drawer.q redraw. Wouldn't watch it if I were me? Okay. Well, that looks bad, but you can kind of gather that from the trailer. Yeah, trailers these days are crazy with that. Seems like it's, they really blow all their stuff out the window in the trailer, and then I'm like, okay, I wish I didn't see the trailer, because now I know exactly what happens. Let's see if we see resources spawn in. So they're offset for some reason. I think it's because I have this thing in here. I do like +8. Yeah. But But it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to get this to work first. See, then they disappear. It's because it still has that check here. Let's just go less than 512. But it's still so slow. Because yeah, sure, we might have saved on the processing performance, but now the other issue is the oh yeah, we're gonna have to figure out collisions also. Just gonna freaking suck. I don't know, there's so many issues with this. Like, I guess my worry is that I'm gonna spend all this time and try and make this system work and then realize it sucks, right? And I really don't want to have to realize that, because that would kind of suck. Because honestly, I don't know if I'm going to really be able to get this working very well. There's so many things I have to do. I have to work out the, like, player, oh, what's the thing called? The selector sprite on top. I have to work out physics collisions. I have to do, I have to, like, completely change the whole braking script. I have to change collectors. I have to, like, change how I like store the data and stuff for these. Just there's so many things. It's pretty insane. I'm just thinking maybe it's just better not to go down this route, because this is going to be a lot of work. You touch a rocket, explodes. Yeah, I guess that's one option. Basically, I'm just trying to make resource spawning more, just run better. Because what happens is it'll spawn in a bunch of resources, and it's just really slow. You get these really bad lag spikes, right? Which is not good. And it's just because of the ready event of those resources is too slow. And so it just really lags the game hard when these resources are spawning in. I thought if I switched to more of a data-driven kind of visual thing instead of it being nodes, it might actually run better. You know, like using the rendering server and stuff or whatever, but... Trigger ready when they enter range and don't do it otherwise. Yeah, it's just hard because there's also, like, I have to have the ready event played when they're around collectors and stuff, right? So it's not always super easy. I don't know, it's hard. But I don't know, how do you stop the ready event from playing? Is that something you can, like, disable and do manually, you know? I don't know how I would do that. Do I just immediately pause the processing of the node when I instantiate it? But I'm pretty sure it runs ready, or no, it runs ready when you add it to the scene tree. I mean, if you've got ideas on how I could do that, please let me know. Or like if you know exactly what kind of function I could use or something, right? I mean, I can go ahead and disable all this stuff and see if we can, oops. Maybe get that working. Keep deleting it by accident. The code into a second function. Yeah. It doesn't quite work though, because I still have to inherit from the parent event. It's just a very small ready event. I mean, the ready event is not enormous or anything. I can show you exactly what we have going on. Let me fix this though. I think I still have the whatever process resources. Here it is. Okay. So for example, one of the ones is the rock. And it inherits a couple things, right? So in the ready event of the rock, it's like one little thing. And then obviously we call super. And this just runs right before you break it, so that doesn't really run. And that extends from rock, or from, yeah. So the rock extends from the rock type, which just has a couple more things. It's like setting the sound. It's starting it to shake it at the beginning and just doing a couple things. And then that also inherits from object resource, which this creates the timer for like its destruction. And then at the very top is breakable, and this just has a bunch of things. So this has like the creates a hit bar and stuff like that. I mean, the ready event isn't insane. It's just it's the quantity of resources that are being spawned in. If I were to disable all this ready event stuff, I would have to disable all of it. So like, I don't know if disabling the process would even work. You know, because you could do like you could just fully disable it till it's actually in view. But I don't know if that would prevent the ready event from playing. I don't think it would. But, I mean, we can try and see. And create resource node. Because what we can say in here is when we add our object, just out of curiosity, we could try this. Object dot, what is it? It's like active or something. Or is it just this thing? No, that's that. Is it just in process? Process disabled? Let me see here. Should just be a node. Yeah, I guess we just disable the process, but that doesn't really fix it. It's the process mode. Yeah, that's what I am thinking. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the process is separate from the ready event. Because ready is a signal. Yeah, it's based on like... Because it'll just run ready as soon as it enters the scene tree. Of course, I could make it so it only calls ready when the player is actually in view of it. Or like it only adds it to the scene tree when the player's next to it. But it's just... It doesn't really fix my issue, I guess. Because we still have to have the resources exist for collectors. That's like a hard requirement. Because if it doesn't exist, well then, yeah, that doesn't really work. How big is the spike of CPU usage? It's pretty big. I mean, it definitely causes a noticeable stutter. It's a massive issue on big maps. On the smaller ones, it's not as bad, but it still is, you know, there. Oh no. This is like the optimization side of things that isn't fun. It's trying to completely restructure everything. I wish there was a way to delay the ready event. Like, could I do like disable ready event? Like just temporarily. I know I can do like set process mode and stuff to false, but it's harder because I inherit so much stuff. It would be easy if it was just the ready event and then I could just say on the ready, like set a timer or whatever, only call the ready function when it's time. But it just doesn't work like that because I'm inheriting. I don't know. I mean, I guess I could just pause. It would suck to change all the code. So been putting that off for my game. It's difficult to muster willpower to work on it after a full day of my salary job. Yeah, I totally get that. Yeah, usually it's you want to do the fun stuff, not the optimization. But yeah, what's your idea with that, Agon? So yeah, this is back to the regular resource node generation. I mean, it's on a map like this, it's really not that noticeable. There's maybe a tiny little stutter, but also this is the initial startup. And that's when the nodes are kind of building up, and then once it hits like the cap, it really isn't a big deal. Because these nodes have no process event. The resources do not have a process event, which means I can have a bunch of these in the world. It doesn't really matter. It's just the creation of them in the first place is what's the issue, right? With no process event. And I guess there's another option. I don't like the notion of it, but you have a variable. If it's set to one thing, call the parent function. Otherwise, don't. And whenever you set the variable and call ready manually, yeah. Yeah, that's a whole thing, isn't it? Can I attach a signal to the ready event? I'm honestly just kind of curious about this. Like for the rock, visible on screen notifier, we could say screen entered and then connect it to the ready event of the rock. Or wait, I messed it up. Let me redo this. Yeah, I guess you can. And then I could just say, like, just don't call this. Well, I guess what I could do is this. I just don't have a ready event so that it doesn't do this initially. And then inside of here, I'll say function start or whatever. Which I know is practically what you were saying, I think. And then I just call super.ready. I know this is freaking cursed, but oh yeah, if you don't override it, I forgot about that. Yeah, so just have an an empty ready event. I hate this, but I keep doing that. Connect it to start. So it'll only actually call super.ready doesn't work, really? Why would that not work? I guess to test this, let's do this. Oh, it has to be called in the actual function. Well, that's too bad. Let's see this being called, but it's probably just because I need to relaunch the game. Okay, well, we can just move that into here then. It sucks, but say var loaded as false, and then say if loaded, do that stuff, right? And then in here, I just say loaded equals true and call ready, like that. Yeah. Kind of sucks, but I mean, maybe that would be better. Because honestly, there's the oldest stuff in the ready event for breakable and stuff is only for the player. If I don't have to call any of that stuff, that means I can just, it just kind of works. I don't have to do the ready event. It's gonna suck to have to go through and actually make all those changes, but this might be a good way of doing this without having to rip everything up. So here, I'm just gonna print in ready so they're like, you know. Hello. And I print hello. Just so I know when these are actually being called. So as I walk around, it looks like, yeah, they're being called. And it looks like it's running the ready event. Well, that's interesting for sure. Maybe that's the play. There's a couple other issues, though, that definitely are issues. Yeah. Sure, let's do it. I do like that you can print rich text to the console. It's kind of awesome. Okay, so that's like one step. But here's the other issues with this. Multiplayer. Multiplayer is a big issue. Because for multiplayer stuff to work, these nodes have to be instantiated on the server. So I guess I could change it a little bit where like the start function could be an RPC call. Or can I change ready to be an RPC? I mean, can I do that? I guess I can. And then here I could just say ready.rpc ID 1. Well, actually, we'll just do RPC, yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, it works technically. It's terrible. But I guess it works. What's the repair timer? It's so cursed to make the ready event an RPC. Because then what'll happen on a client when this node, it'll still get spawned in, but it won't do anything. As soon as it gets loaded, it'll spawn in for them, but then also for the server and start syncing stuff. Which really the only thing I think is going to be the RPC calls. So it'll be fine. Probably ideal option would be GD extensions. Yeah. Any code that needs to be performed in C++, yeah. Possibly. That opens up a whole nother can of worms, though, because I don't know if that's really going to be very compatible with multiplayer. Specifically just because I have a custom build of the engine for the Steam stuff, and I don't know if I'll be able to integrate GD extensions with that. So I'm not sure about that. I'd have to look into that. But, I mean, I guess so far this method kind of works. It's stupid, of course, but I guess it works. But you know what? You know what? No. This doesn't have to be an RPC. Because the data for whatever's happening in Breakable is not, it has nothing to do with the hit bar. The hit bar is just a visual. Which means, I guess the only thing is the repair timer and like the disappearing on clients, but I could probably change that to be an RPC. But I don't actually have to run the ready event on the server if it's on a player, I don't think. Because the repair timer doesn't really matter. I guess it's the despawn stuff that would need to be on the server, right? It's probably not a big deal to make it also spawn in on the server. It would still be a very small region, you know, when you think about it. It would just be like a resource region like this. And even if there's like 5 players running around, it would still be significantly fewer resources than the entire map. So it'd probably be fine, honestly. The only issue I see is that without the despawning happening immediately when the resource spawns in, we'll start to get deadlocks with resources. It would be probably pretty difficult for that to happen, honestly, but it could happen. Where like we end up with a region here, like I've drawn this out before, but this is our collector zone. So it spawns in resources evenly and stuff, right? But then we mine these resources, and instead of spawning it in the circle, it spawns them out here. And now we get this like dead zone of resources. So that's what happens when we don't despawn these resources after a certain amount of time. I guess the option is to change where we spawn in those resources. To be somewhere else, or like to be handled in the multiplayer setup script. So basically it would just keep a big list of all the resources and then have like a time associated with it. And if that time, if the current time is like a certain amount over, then it would delete that node so that these don't actually have to handle their deletion process. Yeah, that's one option. As long as you have the base code recompile things, it should be fine. Yeah, I really don't want to have to get into all that, though, honestly. I don't want to have to compile my own stuff. I just want to download the pre-compiled and be done with it. I've been down that route with stuff, and I hate it, because everything breaks constantly. You recompile stuff, then it doesn't work together anymore. It's just, I'd prefer not to mess with that, you know, because Starground's like a big full project. It'd be different if this is just a little experimental thing, but like, you know, I don't have the, I can't take the risk of breaking things, because it'll completely stop progress and also money. Well, I don't know. As stupid as the system is, I guess it's a better system. I'm curious to try it out. Let's go to the resource loot table and go back to that one save that was really slow. And I just want to see if it actually is better. It's not going to completely fix the issue by any means, but it might be better. I'm just going to put the rock down here since it's the only one we have set up right now. So tired. I'm gonna go take a nap. Thank God I don't have to stream tomorrow. Let's go to that one crazy one. Resource Factory. I just want to see how the performance is. I want to see if the lag spikes are gone with this. Should still be spawning in the same amount of resources, just gonna be the rocks. I know there still will be some lag spikes because it's just gonna have to do like the physics collision checking and all that stuff. Honestly, the physics checking is like almost instant. That usually is like only 2 milliseconds of time or something. It's Basically nothing. Welcome back, Oshik. We are loading up your save. Okay, it's still spawning trees and stuff. Did save this, right? Oh, that's probably just saved from last time or something. Okay, well, obviously the lag spikes are still really bad. But I'm curious to see if it is the ready event. Let's run it and see what's happening. You can see the lag spikes. It's insane. Let's go back by one. Create resource node is still super slow. And it's still, the ready event is still slow. It doesn't seem to actually have made it any faster. It's like it's still running the ready event. So I guess it's like basically not even the code, it's just the fact that it has a ready event. I've noticed this a lot with resources and like specifically the process event. Even if the process event does nothing, it's still super slow if it has a process event. That's why like on a lot of these nodes, like the breakable and buildable stuff, I've eliminated the process event. Because just the fact that it's there, even if it's completely empty, it's like it slows everything to a crawl. It's really weird. And I think that's the case with the resources. I think even if the ready event exists and it doesn't run, it doesn't do anything, just the fact that it's there makes it incredibly slow. So I think our only option at this point is really one of two. We either swap to that other system, which sucks. The system where it's all kind of just data-driven visual stuff, and it's like there aren't actually any real nodes. Or we create a smarter spawning system. Right now it basically just says, pick a coordinate, does it collide? No, okay, we're good, and it's done. We could change that system to only spawn resources around the player or around a collector. And that would make things run way faster, because it means that we're only spawning in the areas that need to be spawned in. Like, you know, on a map like this, probably 98% of it doesn't have collectors or the player near it. So it would be an enormous performance improvement, not spawning nodes around those spots. And it'd be fine, because then as the player walks around, the nodes will spawn around them, so it'll look like it's just normal, you know, nothing out of the ordinary. And so, I don't know, maybe that's going to be the play here. We could just have a group, and then we just do like a for loop through the group and check like the tiles that are near there. Now, it's harder to do, I'm not sure how I'm going to get the positions around something. Right? Like, because having to loop through every single position and check every single building if it's within this range of this collector is very inefficient. So I can't do that. I have to like somehow efficiently just get a list of coordinates around something. One option is that each collector has this like tile map overlay thing. Kind of like how I did with the Thumper, where it's just basically a radius around the collector that has like tile coordinates, and then I can just grab the coordinates. You know, so that's one option. Because I can just do like tileset.getUseCells, and it just returns a list of the coordinates, and then I can just merge that into the list of valid coordinates, and then pick a random one. Right? And then we can do the same thing around the player, where it just has like a grid of like valid positions around the player. Now the only issue is we'd be getting a lot of duplicates. I guess we could use a dictionary, but I don't know, for a list though, like for something we're iterating through or picking random, you can't do pick random on a dictionary, I don't think. Unless they do have that. I mean, let's see. I really doubt it. No. So we'd want to get an array. I bet there's a function in an array to remove duplicates. And if not, we could probably just easily make our own. Reverse, remove that. Reduce. What is reduce? Oh, that's like all the math stuff. Actually, wait. No, returns a variant? Okay. Could hash it. Find, filter, erase, duplicate, count. Sometimes you Godot Docs ASMR is a funny video idea, but you should make a tier list for every Godot node. Yeah. Before I do that kind of tier list thing, I'd have to make a 3D game and mess around more with the 3D nodes, because I know the 2D nodes really well, but not really, and the control nodes, but not really any of the 3D ones. So maybe I'll do that. Okay, well, let's just get rid of all this stuff, because obviously it doesn't seem to really make any difference, which is too bad. That's what's so tricky about trying to optimize the performance of Starground, is sometimes it works out and it's just make this process less, but then sometimes there's like this limit where it's like, I just can't do anything about the ready event anymore. So I have to like come up with this other weird solution. It's hard. Those who don't have that. Oh yeah, like just the regular nodes. I'm pretty familiar with all those. It's because, you know, I've used a lot of them, like the audio player and all that jazz. The non-dimensional nodes, yeah. Could definitely do those. There's so many nodes though. I think it would be too big of a video if I did every single node. You wouldn't be able to see it. It would look like little dots on the tier list. You know, because we'd have like A, B, C, and then it would just be like, just like 1,000 nodes on here. And then 1,000 down, you know, it would be insane. Oh god, imagine having to import all the images too for all those. Yeah, no thanks. But I could see doing a subset, like doing a tier list of all the 2D nodes or all the control nodes and stuff, right? Hey, what's up, Max? Cool to listen some way then? Yeah. Yeah, like that's how I would do it, is just break it up into categories. And then maybe we do a tier list of the categories so that we do ultimately rank them. Right? Because if control nodes are above 2D nodes, then that means that an S... I guess it means that like an F2D node is better. Nah, I don't know. I have to think about that. Okay, well, I don't see any other route I can go with this now. We're just gonna have to make the spawning smarter. Well, so Max, after stream, if you're free, would you like to go over font stuff and also writing? Let me know. So what am I gonna do here? So I can show you guys the thumper when I kind of have with that. It looks really stupid, but I mean, it works great. Basically, how I do it in the thumper is I have this tile set. I just have a temporary sprite here. So each of these is filled in with a tile. And this is essentially saying around this radius, like, what tiles can I place a resource onto from the thumper. And so we could essentially do the exact same thing with the collector and the player. Essentially, we could treat them as a thumper. We could like pretend they're a thumper and they generate resources. So like we could have a list of sell positions around the player and collectors, and that would work. Yeah. I guess that would work. I don't know, it's tricky. I wonder why the game is lagging. No, it's not this. This is actually pretty performant, because tile maps are really, really performant. Tile maps have practically no overhead, so... yeah. I guess this method would work. I don't like it, but, I mean... maybe it's what we need. Man. So tired. We're only 2 hours into the stream. I'm like, oh my god. Yeah. It's like we're basically halfway right now, and I still have 2 hours. Oh my god. I just want to lay down and sleep. I don't know. Well, we need to put a patch up for the map stuff. I don't know why there's that weird lag stuff in the dungeon. I think it just has to do with the diatomatus spawning the children, and it's just really slow. It's just insane how slow it is, though. It's like, man, that is like not fast at all. It doesn't really do much in here. I mean, it's only spawning in like 4 guys, so I'm having a hard time believing that it's that enormously slow, right? I mean, it's just adding a health bar. And that's it. Like... so I don't know. I don't know why it's so slow. I mean, yeah, it's got some variables and stuff, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I mean, maybe statically typing would make it faster. I really doubt it. I do wonder if statically typing stuff does have like a performance impact on ready event stuff. I honestly have no idea. Maybe. That would be an interesting thing to try, right? Let me statically type some stuff here. Speed should be a float. It's probably gonna break every single thing in the universe. That's a float. That'll be a float, I guess. That's a float. That's a float. In attack. I don't know why I have that set as null initially. That should be a false, I guess. As attacked as a bool. This is health bar. Why do they have a health? Oh yeah, because only enemies have health bars. Wander will be a bool. Wander time will be a vector 2. Current wander time is a float, and wander radius will be a float. Enemy lifespan is a float. I wish I could type stuff that's null, but it just doesn't work. I can't type null things, so. I mean, it could also be in here, but no, this is not the issue. Just setting some signals and setting that. Like, there's no way that's what's making this slow to a crawl. HP, let's make sure that's a float. Current HP is a float. Attack range is a float. Damage is a float. Cooldown is a float. Damage sounds is an array. Death sounds is an array. Can move is a bool. I should turn on errors for things that aren't typed, honestly. Actually, no, that'd be terrifying. Because it would just, like, kill all my code. It would take me 5,000 years to fix it. Oh, there's so many things in Entity. I do wonder if this will help. I mean, it's not gonna hurt, right? So it's like, fine, I guess. Low current cooldown. That's gonna be a float, I believe. Velocity sync is gonna be a vector 2, and that is gonna be a node. Well, it's going to be a type of multiplayer synchronizer. But does that mean if it's null, it's going to crash? You know? I better not type that just in case. I really don't want to kill things right now. So resistances, that's going to be, I think, just a list of strings. Because it just has IDs of things. Current effects, we'll just say it's a dictionary. Alright, all that stuff is statically typed. Probably not going to make any difference. It seems like it usually never does. I've never noticed a difference. The only thing that's kind of helpful is just knowing what type it is. Or like, when it's not the right type, it throws an error, and also just make sure stuff like int is always going to be you know, like if I say float equals 1, it's not going to turn into an int, it'll stay a float. But yeah, it probably won't make very much difference. All right, well, let's reload everything then, I guess, and try it out. Let's also make this invisible again on the thumper. Yeah, I'll probably push this as a patch just so that people can actually play their old saves again, because I, you know, don't want that stuff to be broken. That would kind of suck, right? Has anyone made any comments on that stuff? No, we're good. Okay, let's just run into the dungeon. I really want to go to the enemies, just see if there's any difference. I really doubt there will be, but, you know, I'm curious. Does this seem any faster? Is the player faster? Probably not. Nope. I just went to Tyria like a fool. Alright, let's speedrun this dungeon. Slow. Yeah. We did it. I would like a artifact or something that points to where the boss room is. It'd be kind of fun. Just like a little compass thing so that I could just know the kind of general direction I need to go to get to the boss. Obviously not something that immediately reveals it, because I want there to be a little bit of exploration aspect, but something like an aid would be kind of nice. Alright, I'm just curious to see, does this feel better? Okay, if we could get an enemy room. No. Why is it so slow? Man, what am I doing wrong? Like, I don't see like any. It's just the biggest lag spike of my life, dude. Start the profiler and just wait for it to happen again. Okay, well, we obviously got that one. You can see the lag spike in here. But every time I look at it, it doesn't even like show anything weird. It doesn't show like entity creation stuff here or anything. I mean, the physics is pretty big. Its integrate forces is pretty massive. And the audio thread, honestly. But that might be unrelated to the enemy spawning. Because it seems like it's... Let's see, it's 15 there. What is it over here? So it is partially the audio thread. But why is that so insane? Sound effects world reverb, for some reason, is just like massive. Oh man. These guys don't even have freaking sounds. I mean, they have their footsteps sound or something. Actually, no, they just have their death sound. They don't even have like moving sounds. Right? Let me confirm. Yeah, they make like no sounds. So I don't know why it's the sound is an issue. Maybe the diatomatus is like something's weird with the spawn sound. It's just a wave. I mean, there's nothing weird with it. Yeah, it's a part of sound effects world. And same with step. It's just a regular old wave. 16-bit. You know? I don't know how it's so incredibly slow. It's honestly very confusing to me. Because I just say if the animation was that. Spawn return. I set that to true. I say set the pitch scale, play the sound. If it's the server, we spawn 4 of them. We load it, add it as a child, and that's it. Man. Why can I not zoom in and out? What? Okay. Yeah, as happens when you change code live. This is so frustrating because I have no idea why it's so slow or why the audio thread is going insane. Right? It's one sound effect that's being played. Why is it ridiculous? And like the physics stuff, why is integrate forces so freaking out so bad? Is it because they're technically colliding or something, you know? Like, should I mean, it's just on layer 2 and it collides with mask 1. Should be the same here. Yeah. Dude, I don't know. Any ideas on why this just randomly gets super slow, creating 4 nodes? It would make sense if I was creating 500, but why is 4 nodes completely slowing the game to a crawl? Why is integrate forces and generate islands insane? Is it because of the navigation agent? Maybe I don't need avoidance on these guys. I don't really, yeah. I mean, they have pathfinding, but I mean, I could disable avoidance and see if it's faster. Maybe it's just the setting up of their avoidance stuff is really slow. I extremely doubt that, but I think I have to restart the game for this. Also, while we're at it, just for testing right now, I'm gonna make the dungeon size super tiny so that we can get to the boss faster. Let's see, dungeon. Room count, set that to 3. I don't know, this is just, it's so annoying, you know? Especially when you're tired trying to figure this stuff out. Now my encoding is overloaded. That's awesome. What's wrong? Is it my graphics card? Dude, I'm gonna freak out, man. Yeah, I guess. Hey John, what's up? I see you. How are you today? I'm doing okay. Just working away on some performance optimizations with Starground. It's really tricky. For some reason, spawning in 4 nodes completely stalls the game. Yeah, like, oh my god, it's massive. I forget it's a very tiny dungeon. I guess if I really wanted to, I could just have the diadematuses spawn up here so I don't have to kill the boss. That's probably what I should have done. Are they still slow? Yeah. God dang it, dude. Why? Why are they so freaking slow? I don't... Whoa, that struggle to find a... It's just because it was on 3. But it found one. Played my very first escape room game in Godot for the first time in my life, and I'm having a lot of fun. That's awesome. It's always good to hear. Yeah, I wish you the best of luck with that. I hope it goes really well. So it's inside of the enemy. Loot enemy. Loot enemies 1-1. I'm just gonna comment those out and then put in the diadematus. Okay, let's keep chipping away at possibilities. I'm gonna try and do let's disable the sound on the diadematus. I no idea why that would be the issue, but who knows at this point. It's ready to get let you too. I appreciate it, yeah. Still learning though. Well, yeah. There's always gonna be lots to learn. I'm still learning. But hope it goes well. I'm always here. If you have questions about stuff, I would be happy to answer anything. So let me know. Okay. Let's try this out. And it's fine. It's just freaking fine now. So it's the audio. So the audio is causing horrible lag issues. Why? Man, I am gonna freak. But why is it causing the worst lag of my life? I don't know. I'm going to turn on the audio again just to make sure that's absolutely what it is. I've never had issues like this with audio. Maybe it's just the WAV is screwed up and I have to like re-import it? I don't know, man. It's weird. Why would audio like completely slow the game down to a crawl? It doesn't make any sense. Maybe it's just the effect. Something with this audio and the reverb. But let's see. Oh my god. Thank you for the, for the cheese time. Well, they're fine now. So it's just something with the reverb is like screwing everything up. So what's happening with that? It's just some basic reverb. I mean, it's not anything weird. Yeah, Top Squanch, what's up? How's it going? It's... man, Why is this bad? Should I, like, enable stuff? It's a Microsoft WAV. I'm not gonna force it to use 8-bit. Trim it, normalize it. I didn't know you could normalize straight in here. That's kind of awesome. Is it like a rate thing? Why would it do that? Why would it just slow everything to a crawl because of the reverb? Oh, dude. But it has the reverb on the top too, so what is happening? The reverb for the dungeon is the same, right? Like when you go down into the deeper part of the dungeon, it has the same reverb. But for some reason, it only is a problem when... Oh, dude, I am gonna go kill mode right now. It doesn't make any sense. It's so stupid. Dude. I am gonna freak. We're gonna go back down to the dungeon and we're gonna check it one more time. Not too bad. Kind of wondering why Twitch decided to put the stream title and stuff up top. I know, that's really weird. I actually don't have it. I guess they're just rolling it out in like, you know, groups like they always do. But yeah, I'm kind of glad I don't have it. It looks kind of bad. Yeah, I don't know why they decided to make that change. Seems like kind of ugly. Yeah. Dude, I don't know. I don't know what to do anymore with this. Just notice it. Yeah, I know, it's weird, right? How come everyone has it except me? I don't know why I don't have it. Maybe it's because I don't know. I'm actively streaming. I have no idea why. Get off of me. God dang it. I saw the boss from over there, so it must be this way. Get off of me. Ah. Blessing, do not forsake it. Yeah. No, I'm glad. Where's the... Okay, there it is. I was like, gonna freak out. See, because you can hear the reverb here, right? So this place has reverb. So why? I wish I could understand. Whatever, let's go here and check it. And it slows to a crawl only when we're in this dungeon for some reason. But when they're up on top, it's fine. Why? What is different about this dungeon? Specifically with audio. I don't know. I'm just drawing blanks. I have no idea. Like, it's so slow here for some reason. I'm like, oh, you know? Why though? Why? I am actually going insane, guys. I have no idea. I need to get rid of those messages. Yeah, I don't know. I am, going insane. Actually going insane. It's only when we're on the second level. So what changes when we go to the second level? Let's figure that out. Okay. So we have the dungeon hole. This is what we run into. So what it does is it gets the whatever current room, sets it back to 0. It sets the level. It stops only the music, and it loads the room. And it teleports the player. So, I mean, set level doesn't have anything weird. It just says current level's the new level. The only time we do is on the reverb stuff is on region changed or set region. Right here. Right, so if we're in a dungeon, because I think we set the current region. Yeah, current region is that. And if global that is in dungeon, we just set the audio effect bus to enabled. Dude, I don't know. Sound effects world. We set reverb at index 0. I mean, I haven't changed anything ridiculous in here. Just changed 2 variables. There's a pre-delay. Resource. Name is reverb. I don't know what to do. I mean, I'm kind of at a point where there's just nothing else I can do. I can go ahead and completely redo the sound. The spawn sound, just completely re-imported and stuff. Maybe there's just something wrong with the WAV. It doesn't make any sense at all, but I don't know where else to go from here with this issue. WAV fixer.
There's creepers on my back.
This is sketchy. Oh, this is a... I had to download it. Screw that. WAV to WAV converter.
I spent all day working on my base.
Audio codec.
Space, but
What am I converting this to?
and blew up
I'm just
my
converting it
house.
to a WAV.
I hate all creepers even more now.
196 is fine for
Creepers
me.
on my
Oh,
back, I can't get 'em off.
I was not
I
happy.
made a diamond sword just to kill these mobs. They always try to get into my base.
Okay,
So I
we have
took
it
my
there. We're
diamond
going to convert it to a
sword
WAV and
slashed
convert.
their face.
It's so incredibly dumb to convert a WAV to a WAV, but if it works, it works. Let's listen to it, make sure it sounds right. Sounds a little bit crushed, I feel like, versus the original. Sorry for the gross sound. Let's try and do different settings. Have I played Marvel Rival yet? Not yet. I want to. I'll get around to it soon. I've been just kind of, I don't know. It just looks like Overwatch to me. I'm gonna be honest. It doesn't look like it's anything very special. So I'm just kind of right now like, I don't know. I don't think I'd have a very good time. I never really liked Overwatch. I'll give it a try for sure, but hero shooters aren't very fun to me. It's just Overwatch was pretty fun, yeah. I don't know. I'm not just a big fan of hero shooters. I just don't like how it like plays and how, I don't know, everyone's so tanky in hero shooters. It feels like. I don't know. I'll give it a try. I'm probably not gonna like it, but I mean, hey, if you want to try it out and play together tonight, let me know. Okay, this just didn't import the sound. I don't know why it's not working. Can you please import the sound? There we go. All right, we imported the same sound. Epic. It's not gonna fix anything, I'm sure, but let's boot up the game and try again. Just ask ChatGPT. I don't think it's gonna be able to help me with anything like this. Okay, let's load up our save again. I just want to go to bed. Sleepy's hitting like a freight train, you know? Alright, I guess we're just going back to the boss. And we're gonna try it again. Get out of my way! These freaking guys right now. Come on, man. What was that? I don't know what that was. God dang it. Let me through! Maybe this is a bad pick for the enemy that spawns here. I just picked it because it's like, they don't stop you from moving between the doors. I should have done moon shrooms. I don't know. What? Resource constructor. Get tile map at position. Equals get node world. Plus selected region dot tile map. And Celadus. Oh. We're just gonna skip past that a bunch. It's because of the resource room. Well, I'm kind of glad I found it. Of course, we're breaking everything right now. Okay, let's see. I guess let's fix this. Sorry to cause seizures, by the way. Special room resource. We had it set up where we use the resource constructor, but that's kind of obsolete now. Well, I guess it's not entirely obsolete. Map at position. We're saying get region at position. So it's trying to get that. Get node or null. We'll do that. Yeah, let's just do that. If there's enough tiles for creating decorations in the room, the game crashes. Yeah, technically it does, I guess. But I don't know if it would ever actually be possible for there to be a room that runs out of tile space for decorations. I really don't think that would ever happen, honestly. Hey, we're good. But yeah, I could probably just add a check to that. I'll take a look at that code. I've never had that happen to me before, man, but god dang it. I thought I fixed you. Oh, it's just because there's no... That's the issue. We'll just do this, and then if it's null, you know. Our tile map path is that. If tile map path. Okay, let's try that. So yeah, that should work, I think. Get tile map. Yeah. God dang it. Let me get back to my... There we go. Okay. I guess we better check those resource rooms again. So we'll do that. Just to make sure they're not crashing and stuff. Get out of my way! There's so many of them, dude. Can't get through. That's it. I will no longer do this. Also in resource constructor, we don't need the tile map reference if we have override. Or a lot of this stuff, right? Just right there. Okay, I'm changing the enemies We're gonna go away from the slimes into the shroom zone, because I'm the slime. When it's just slimes, it's pretty annoying. All right. Yes. Okay. Should know everything. It's just that enemy. Well, I'm sure they'll still be annoying, but it'll be better. Okay, resource rooms work. Good. I wanted to test that. Oh god. Oh my god. Holy crap. Holy. Maybe you're onto something there, Sheik. I don't know. Maybe let's freaking go. We got this. Oh, oh god, we have to go through the whole dungeon again. Okay. Might have to check that again. It's not right. Do I ever enter any game jams? Yeah, occasionally I do. It's been harder for me to get the time to recently because, you know, I have to work on Starground, but I've definitely done quite a few in the past. I'd love to do another one soon. It's just really hard to, yeah, find the time. But I think at some point I'd love to. I was thinking about doing the Pirate Software Jam, but Starground was releasing, and I was just like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do this, you know? So. Because the problem with the jams is, like, you gotta commit, you know? And I just can't do the jams that are, like, 2 weeks long and stuff. It's just, it's way too much time. I'm fine with, like, the shorter ones that are just, like, a couple days, right? Those are kind of fun. Because I can just say, like, okay, today, like, this is my jam time, and this is what I'm doing. And I can just kind of, like, you know, commit for a couple days. Okay, well, this seems better. Maybe re-importing the sound fixed it. Maybe something was up with the sound. I don't know what was wrong with it, but it seems okay. I'm just gonna let this guy kill me. Because that was some weird stuff. I don't know what happened there before when I died. What is happening? Is it just a time thing? Uh-oh. God dang it, dude. Now we gotta fix this. I know, we're sliding around. So, has died. It's not any of the has died stuff, it's just, it's specifically initiating the, death. It's death start. Death initiate. Because it should do play animation death. And didn't play the sound either. So I have a feeling... And cutscene lock obviously is not on. So death initiate is not running. Which is weird. It's probably this stuff. Process server checks. Yeah, I think what happened was that this is mining got moved up here, so technically only this stuff would happen when I was mining, and that's when that's because, remember, I mined, then I died. That's why. Oh man. Okay, we got ads going on, I apologize. Oh my god, what's my computer doing right now? I'm just gonna go check it one more time, but okay, my monitors are black. Windows? Are you joking right now? Choose if you want to keep signing in with your face or fingerprint. I am streaming right now. Yes. Freaking kidding me right now? Why did that just pop up? God. Swear to God, dude. Let's just die really quick and make sure it's normal. No, I want to be logged out. Yeah, alright, it's like, what? Why does it just randomly do it too in the middle of the stream? Like, that's weird. That's like a reboot kind of thing, not a just, yeah, I'm just gonna do this right now. That is so stupid. Okay. I think we're finally done with the stupid sound. It's just I had to re-import it. I don't know what was wrong with the wave. I have no idea, but obviously something was wrong. So, yeah, I am done with that garbage, dude. Okay, looks like we're all back to normal. The resource spawning still sucks and is slow. Time to move to Linux. I don't know. Moving everything over is just like, I am not gonna do that right now. I know most things that I use on Windows does support Linux, but dude, that would be the worst though. My problem is mainly gaming. I know they have Proton and stuff, but I just don't want to move all my stuff. Windows is fine. Alrighty. Well, we got that stuff worked out. Thank God. Yeah, like Paint.net doesn't exist for Linux, which is a massive issue for me because I use exclusively Paint.net. So yeah, there's good reasons for me not to switch. Oh, man. I'm so tired, guys. I'm just like, want nothing more than to sleep right now. Soon. I wish Godot had a thing where it automatically closed open scripts and tabs, because I'm getting really tired having to close these manually. I wonder if there's any kind of option for that. I think I looked into that at one point, but I don't think there is. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I could add like code to the engine to do it, but that sounds like a headache. Okay. I guess we can go ahead and just export this as the bug fix. Hopefully it fixes everyone's issues. Obviously we still haven't worked out the resource stuff. Milk looked, yeah, but it's just like I wish I could just have it be automatic. I don't want to have to do it manually, you know. I always do right click and then close other tabs just so that it, you know, closes faster. Okay, so we saved it as 0.01. Let me just make sure all our stuff is back to normal, like with our resource spawning and all that business, right? Loot table, resource nodes are good there. Multiplayer stuff is fine. Let's go check our resource spawning. Create resources. I can hide all that stuff now. Yeah, that looks good. I don't see any issues. Okay, I think we're good to go. Let's go ahead and export. It's gonna kill the stream. But yeah, nothing I can do about it. Just go relax for a bit. You're probably gonna be working on stuff later anyways. Yeah, probably. Yeah, and stream a little bit early today, guys. I'm just so tired. I still don't really feel like I've regained my energy from the grinding out of v10, so I'm still super tired. But let's go ahead and export this first. Windows, oops, export all, release. And we'll wait that out for a second. It's gonna pack everything. Ugh. It's doing Linux. And we're good. Would like to clear out some old files, I think, at the project at some point. There are a lot of old ones. I mean, I like having them in as Easter eggs, but it does make compiling and then just the file size bigger, so it's not really a good idea to have old files. But yeah. Alright, those are good. Then we'll go ahead and export this. And yeah, I think I might end stream, guys, because I'm freaking tired. I want to take a break. But let me know what you want to see next for Starground. Obviously, we have ideas of what we want to do, but you know, this is early access, and I want to know what you guys think would be cool. So please let me know. I'm gonna wait actually until we upload these until I end stream, because it's just gonna kill the stream right at the end. Soon, February, maybe Valentine's Day. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, let me know. You can just let me know on Discord, because I am really curious. I mean, it's mainly just stuff like we have some bigger plans, but if you have like smaller things, more quality of life things that you'd like to see, or even just fun little goofy things, please let me know. Because I'm kind of at that point again where it's time to start planning up more ideas. So yeah, do that, please, if you want. Sorry, Sneaky, I know, but I'm super tired. And I want to sleep and rest. I've also had a stomach ache and a headache today, so, you know, doesn't really help either. What's going on? Oh, I thought I was doomed for a minute. I'm okay. Second dungeon? Yeah, second dungeon would be cool. Oh. But that's a whole thing, of course. So, yeah. But keep the ideas coming. Please let me know on Discord. I would like to know. Who do we want to raid? Jacob's playing Marvel Rivals. We've had too many Marvel Rival raids. Let's raid a game developer. Automate Games is working on stuff. What are they doing? Some animation stuff. Could maybe raid them. Okay, well that's gonna be it for today's stream. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go get some Pepto because I'm like not at the peak, not feeling great. But yeah, thank everybody for coming to the stream. I appreciate it. And yeah, buy Starground if you want. It's on sale still for the whole multiplayer fest, and then immediately the Christmas sale. So you got quite a while. It'll be on sale for a while. But yeah, v10's finally out, or v0.10, which I'm happy about. So yeah, it's on to v0.11 now. I have to come up with ideas for that. I think right now the plan is going to be more of like a farming kind of update. Like, we want to do like ranching and like economy stuff. So, yeah, that would be cool. If you've got ideas kind of related to that or just anything, please let me know. Maybe we'll have like a thread or something, you know. But yeah, wait for it to go off sale. Screw it, just buy it now. Yeah, you don't have to wait. Get it while it's cheap, right? But yeah. But thank you. I appreciate it, Tipsquanch. That's awesome. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start the raid. But yeah, thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Join the Discord if you want. I may make a thread on Discord for ideas, just for fun, and hear what you guys have to think. So yeah. But yeah, sounds good, gamers. See you next time. See you on Friday. I don't know what we're going to do on Friday. Maybe do gaming, probably bug fixing. Also, I'm gonna push this patch right after stream, so you know, if you're having issues with save stuff, hopefully it fixes it. So yeah, okay, bye gamers, bye. Oh, maybe we'll do stream overlay stuff on Friday, we'll see. Okay, bye.